Welcome to Cloud9 Boxing, where boxing is made possible from home. I am very honored by your presence and equally grateful for the opportunity presented to me in sharing my experience as a boxing fighter, but also as a fighter and a sportsman overall. My name is Igor Branishti, and I will be your instructor for the following boxing course. The structure of the first block, which is the theoretical part of our course, will be as follows. The first chapter, I will give you 6 reasons why I think that boxing is the right combat sport / martial art for you to start striking or to be introduced to the striking aspect of fighting. Second chapter, we will attempt together to look at what is the problem of fighting and try to define where boxing stays and what underlying problem it attempts to solve, and actually subjectively try to answer or to see how well boxing does solve that problem. Chapter number 3, we will look at the boxing stances and boxing stance variances. Last but not the least, and I believe that is the most important part of our block, we will look at the 3 fundamental pillars that makes up boxing. Basically the 3 underlying problems of boxing, and we will try to give solutions to those problems or attempt to solve those problems as best as we can, or as best as boxing can. Now, the question that you will all have for sure: what do you need in order to be able to do these workouts and to do the first block and the second one? And of course, in the first place is the goodwill in doing it so. But when we talk about material stuff, in the first place, you need a place where you can move freely. A place with 3 by 3 meters should do the job. And for that you have 2 options. Either you can do it at home, you have a free room, or you can free some space and you can do it at home, or you can do it at your local gym. And the advantage of perhaps doing it at your local gym is that you will also most certainly have a mirror, which I believe is very important for you to be able to see yourself from up and down. But if you have it at home, that's great as well. A trick that you could use at home, I find it useful to a certain extent, is if you have a tripod and you can put the cell phone with the camera filming you, well, not filming you, but just showing you real time, and you can connect your phone to the TV and you can do the movement in front of the TV. That will be very, very useful when we will go under or during the first block, when we will look at the movement and we will look at the punching. That is very, very important to be able to see yourself for the first couple of sessions. You could film yourself and watch it later, but to a certain extent that can be counterproductive and boring, right? And you need to have also the conditions, the tripod to film yourself. But if you can have a mirror and do everything you have to do in front of a mirror, that could be much, much more productive, and the results will surprise you. I highly, highly encourage, I cannot stress enough the importance of doing the first steps, doing the first movement, the first techniques, the first punches in front of a mirror, and being able to see yourself. So having a mirror is to a certain extent a must. You could do it without a mirror, but I think you'll have so much more value out of seeing yourself in the mirror, and you'll progress much faster as well, in my humble opinion. At least that is my experience, and this is what I've seen with students. With that said, without any further ado, let me start with the first chapter and give you 6 reasons why I think that boxing is the right striking combat sport for you.